Still breaking records at 53, Ron Killings just cut his dreadlocks off on live TV and declared he's done being a gimmick.
You think I'm a gimmick?
After over 2 decades of entertainment,
now put some respect on my name!
He's entering what might be his final chapter, but as Ron Killings, not R-Truth.
I am Ron Killings!
At 53, while most wrestlers are retired or broken down, he's still moving like he's in his 30s and just made the biggest wrestling company in the world personally beg for him to come back. The man who went from selling drugs to hanging with Tupac to make wrestling history is still not finished writing his story. That's the truth about Ron Killings. Just when you think you know what's next, he completely reinvents himself again. Longest running comedy legend.
Don't what me? Okay, what me?
R-Truth became the longest-running comedic character in WWE history, over a decade of consistent laughs.
Where's Triple H? This Houdini got you fooled too.
His biggest bit happened totally by accident and was actually originally meant to punish him. Vince McMahon caught Killings smoking backstage and decided to embarrass him by making him smoke on live TV. Classic Vince power move, right? Except fans thought it was cool, so McMahon switched it up. He told Killings to insult the crowd by calling them Little Jimmies.
I got by Little Jimmy! That ain't fun! Shut up!
Basically calling John Cena fans a bunch of kids.
I was calling them Little Jimmies.
Look at Little Jimmy! Look at Little Jimmy! He's so cute!
But during that promo, Killings just improvised. He turned to an empty corner of the ring and said, "Aw, Little Jimmy, all the Little Jimmies out there want to be like you." Everyone thought he was talking to an invisible friend. WWE didn't plan it. Killings didn't plan it. It just happened.
Ain't that right, Mr. McMahon?
And they've been running with it for over a decade. The Tupac connection and street life. While Killings was grinding in the rap scene, something wild happened. This was after he'd turned down football scholarships from Georgia Tech, Clemson, and Syracuse to chase his music dreams. But he needed money for studio time, so he started dealing cocaine on the streets of Charlotte, made around $2,000 a week back when that was serious cash. During this time, he started hitting up these Jack the Rapper conventions, basically Comic-Con for hip-hop heads where record executives and artists would meet up. That's where Killings met Tupac Shakur. Yeah, that Tupac. This was right after Pac filmed Juice in 1992, so we're talking early in both their careers. There's actually a real photo of them together that pops up online sometimes, and Killings has confirmed it's legit. But the street life caught up with him. 4 arrests, then 13 months behind bars after getting snitched on by someone he trusted. The pain of seeing his mom in that courtroom changed him forever. He also met Eazy-E during this period. Think about the timing. Future WWE superstar and hip-hop legends, all hungry, all grinding before anyone blew up. Legit ex-con success story. The prison thing isn't some distant memory Killings tried to hide. His criminal record still follows him everywhere. He can't travel to Japan, one of wrestling's biggest markets, because of his background. Certain jobs in the US won't touch him. That conviction haunts him daily, but instead of letting it destroy him, Killings used it as fuel. When he got out, he met Jackie Crockett, son of legendary promoter Jim Crockett, in a halfway house. Crockett saw something in this kid and suggested wrestling. At first, Killings wasn't interested. He still wanted music. Then Crockett took him to see Ric Flair wrestle, and everything clicked. MMA training beast at 53. People think R-Truth is just a comedy act.
Is that a lampshade? No, that's R-Truth, stupid! Be quiet, guys! Hey, wait a minute! Truth!
But he's been training in MMA and staying in incredible shape well into his 50s. While most wrestlers his age are falling apart or retired, Killings was still taking bumps and doing athletic spots until his recent injury.
Oh no!
You gotta be kidding me!
His agility and conditioning at 53 is honestly ridiculous.
R-Truth connecting!
Created Little Jimmy by pure accident. That accidental character creation, it became its own universe. Killings recorded a whole song called For Little Jimmy in 2013.
This right here is for Little Jimmy.
The music video had him talking to a doctor about his invisible friend like it was therapy.
People can't see him. He told me his name was Little Jimmy.
WWE even released unseen photos of Little Jimmy and gave him his own storylines. What started as Vince trying to embarrass someone turned into a merchandising goldmine. Most championship wins in WWE history. Most championship wins in WWE TV history, and it's not even close. 54 reigns with the 24/7 title alone, plus everything else adds up to 45 total WWE championships. More than Cena, more than Triple H, more than anyone. Killings took what people called a joke belt and made it appointment television. The man held that 24/7 title for over 425 combined days.
14-time 24/7 champion!
He was the only wrestler to keep it for more than a week, and the first to hold it for over a year total. Every segment was comedy gold.
5, 1, 2, 3.
Because Killings treated that meaningless title like it was the most important thing in the world. Backstage icon status. When news dropped about his WWE release, the entire roster went into mourning. Kevin Owens, Road Dogg, Natalya, Paul Heyman. Everyone posted heartbroken messages. That doesn't happen unless you're genuinely loved. Killings has been around for over 20 years and has zero enemies, zero drama, zero backstage politics. The man who personally thanked Vince McMahon for firing him back in 2002 because it forced him to grow up and become a better person. The power move that shocked everyone. When WWE released Ron Killings in 2025, something unprecedented happened. Fan outcry was so massive that WWE tried to bring him back immediately. But here's the crazy part. Killings straight up ignored them. WWE's early calls were met with indifference, according to reports. The man who spent over a decade making WWE fans laugh was genuinely done with the company. It took WWE CEO Nick Khan personally stepping in to get Killings' attention. And that's insane because Khan rarely gets directly involved in talent negotiation. The fact that the CEO of WWE had to personally call Ron Killings shows you just how important they considered him. Killings finally agreed, but on his terms. No more R-Truth gimmick, no more comedy act.
But today is his 50th birthday, y'all.
Just Ron Killings being himself.
You think I'm a gimmick? I am Ron Killings!
Most wrestlers would jump at any chance to return to WWE. Killings made the biggest wrestling company in the world chase him. That's real power. The most ridiculous feud that actually happened. You want to know how wild TNA was back in the day?
Where are the guys?
Ron Killings' very first storyline was feuding with NASCAR drivers. Not wrestlers pretending to be NASCAR drivers. Actual NASCAR drivers Sterling Marlin and Hermie Sadler. This was TNA's first episode ever, and they had a rapper from Charlotte harassing real race car drivers in Nashville. The heat was instant and genuine because insulting NASCAR in Tennessee is basically asking for a riot. But the crazy part? It worked! Killings knew exactly how to work that crowd, and even the NASCAR drivers played along. Imagine if WWE today had Roman Reigns feuding with actual NFL players. That's the level of outside-the-box thinking that made early TNA special, and Killings was right in the middle of it.
People over there, what's up? If you feel me, stand up and say what's up. What's up?